Before RJ speaks with Dr. Saunier, I think it's time for you to strengthen your muscles and increase your muscle stamina. The students at Oxon Hill Middle School will preview this program's hands-on activity entitled Good Stress.
Hi, NASA Connect asked us to show you this program's hands-on activity.
In this activity, you will be exploring the effects of stress on the muscles in your hands.
And you will gain experience collecting, analyzing, and visually representing data.
You can download a copy of the Educator's Guide from the NASA Connect website.
Before you begin the activity, it's a good idea to review how to make and interpret 3 types of plots: scatter plots, box and whisker plots, and stem and leaf plots. Do you remember what a scatter plot is? A scatter plot is a graph that displays 2 variables as ordered pairs. You can use a scatter plot to determine how one variable relates to another. A box and whisker plot is a graph that summarizes a data set along a number line. There is a box in the middle and whiskers at either side. The least value of the data set determines the left whisker. The greatest value of the data set determines the right whisker. You form the box using quartiles. Quartiles divide the data into 4 equal parts. Box and whisker plots are useful with very large data sets or for making comparisons between data sets. A stem and leaf plot is a graph that uses the digits of each number to show the shape of the data. Each data value is broken into a stem, digit or digits on the left, and a leaf, digit or digits on the right. A key is needed to explain what your stems and leaves represent. A stem and leaf plot can quickly show the distribution of a data set and retains each data value. Your teacher can show you example problems using different plots. Now, are you ready to put your math skills to the test? Good. Now back to the activity. Working in groups of 2. Predict the number of times you will be able to click a clothespin between your thumb and index finger in your non-dominant hand for a 1-minute period. Record your prediction. Hold the clothespin in your non-dominant hand between your thumb and index finger. While your partner is watching the timer, count the number of times you are able to click the clothespin in a 1-minute period. Record the result. Rest for 1 minute, then predict again and repeat clicking the clothespin in a 1-minute period. You need to complete 3 trials. Be sure to hold the clothespin the same way during every time trial. Now, switch roles with your partner and have him or her conduct the exact same experiment and record the results. Each group will need to repeat the experiment every other day for 2 weeks. Record your predictions and results. This is the conditioning period. The stress induced by the clothespin on the muscles of the hand will cause the muscles to become stronger and gain stamina. Make sure you record all your data in a clear and organized way. This will help you to answer all the discussion questions and to produce visual representations of the data.
And don't forget to check out the web activity for this program. It can be downloaded from the NASA Connect website.